the chairman, and the management committee members of the great institution, principal, faculty members, honored guests, my dear graduates, congratulations to start with. What an interesting, exciting celebration. Thanks to Nimish. He met me last month when we had the youth celebration. And we had a very interactive sessions, and that's what I want to do. Next 20 minutes, that's what the principal has mentioned to me. We'll make it much more interesting and exciting instead of having a conventional convocation address. Whatever the recognition it was showcased, I owe to 4 ladies. That's why coming here is very, very special for me. When Nimish told me it's women's college, I said, I will come. I chased him. I said, I want to come here. The first one was my mother, who is a source of inspiration for me. The second one is my wife, source of stability and strength. I have the 2 daughters who are blessings from God. So this keeps me going. Matha Pita Guru Devam. Mundittavam Kidandu Munnuru Natshumandu. Andipahalai Vandithu Tani Manidane Petedakaral Urutai. And the Tayinori Anbuyane Manidanakiyad. Annayam Pitavam Munnari Devam. Tayir Cheranduru Koyilum Illai. Tande Sulmika Mandiram Illai. Then the teachers. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Mageshwaraha. Guru Kshakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tamil Suluma? Ilakya Tamil Sulum. Kolanarul Devam Kolhei Mainmai Kalai Payil Teliva Katurai Vanmai. Nila Malai Nerehol Mararihar Machiyum Ulakiel Arivodu Abibavan Asirin Endru Nannul Pavanandi Mudivan Asiri Paver Kilakana Vagata. இப்போ தமிழ்லையும் பேசணும் ஆங்கிலத்திலையும் பேசுவோம். இப்போ ஏன்னா நீங்கள் கை தட்டுறதை பார்த்தா நீங்கள் நிறைய தமிழ் மாணவர்கள் இருக்கிறார்கள். இங்கே சொற்சுவை பொருட்சுவை இவை அனைத்து மூட்டி சுந்தர தமிழிலே கண்டிப்பாக உங்களுக்காக பேசுவேன். The world is going through extraordinary set of challenges and changes. The chairman, when he met me in the principal room, he said, how is India performing? How is the world economy in its form and substance? We live in an interconnected, interdependent world. I was in Washington last year, in the International Monetary Fund, when spring meeting was projected. The world at large, after 10 years of financial crisis, we thought we have come out of the global crisis. When I attended the annual fund meeting in Indonesia, Bali, last year, October, the original projection of 3.9 was revised to 3.7% global growth. It was revised downwards when I was in Davos this year in Switzerland in January to 3.5%. Again, this year's spring meeting in Washington in April, it was revised downward, again 3.4%. As we speak, International Monetary Fund has indicated that global growth cannot be more than 3.2% for this year. Advanced economies are grossly underperforming. 10 years before, when we recognized global economy is at stake, we thought it's a liquidity crisis. Liquidity crisis moved into a funding crisis, funding moved into a solvency and sovereign issue. Aggregate terms, advanced economies are not going to report more than 1.9%. Topping in the list is America with 2.6%, which is going to go downward to 1.9% next year, possibly. When it comes to Euro, as an enlarged fraternity, as per the Maastricht Treaty, it is going to be reporting not more than 1.3%. Brexit, United Kingdom, with delinking with Euro, it's going to be 1.2%. And Japan is going to be not more than 1%. And it's all going to be downward indication next year. emerging market, which are incremental in terms of productivity and performance, the economic engine of the world today, which includes India, China, Brazil, Russia, South Africa, BRICS as we call it. Topping in the list is India. The best performing economy in the world today is India. India is a country of great substance, not less than 7% growth, 7.2% growth, and which is going to be not less than $5 trillion economy as we extrapolate in 2025. This year alone, by end of this financial year, we can report not less than 3 trillion, which is going to have a fiscal consolidation of 3.2% and with a current account deficit of less than 3%. So India is in the right direction. The financial stability as well as the political stability and the foreign direct investments has enabled India as a vibrant economy. Where else you will find 1.3 billion people, 550 million people are less than 35 in age. If you look at between 15 to 35, is nearly 300 million people. 65% of the population is less than 35 in total terms. 110 new airports, 126 smart cities, 1.5 billion internet mobile gadgets. E-commerce alone, 3 trillion. 1.5 to 2 trillion dollar investment in terms of infrastructure creation for the next 5-6 years. It's a huge, huge numbers in terms of a global economy. And that's what we should believe in. Within the global definition, youths alone is 1.2 billion out of 6.8 billion, which is not less than 16% of the global population is you. And this century belongs to you. India belongs to you, and India is going to be the shining star. Arguably, India is going to be the most outstanding performer by 2050. So you are going to be proud of your heritage, civilization, culture, and your economics. We are proud to be an Indian. India is globalized in every form and substance. Indian culture has transcended borders. Indian celebrations, whether it is Pongal, Dasara or Holi, we are celebrating around the world, Australia to America. Indian music has transcended borders, whether Carnatic or classic or Hindustani. Indian cinema has transcended borders. A couple of days before, I was honoring many of the South Indian artists. South Indian International Cinema Awards, SIMA Awards was given, and most of the galaxy of artists, 600 artists were there in Doha, day for yesterday. Kollywood or Bollywood or Hollywood, rather Mollywood, Malayalam, everything is transcending borders. Any part of the world you can see Indian movies. Indian food has transcended borders, whether you want vegetarian Sarana Bhavan or Sangeeta. Indian literature has transcended borders. Raghuvamsam, Kumarasambhavam. Me and my wife has witnessed in Russia 10 years before on a Diwali celebration, enacted by Russian students. So nothing you're going to miss in global terms, India. India is truly transgressing. Indian brand equity is extraordinary. 35 years before, when I took my passport for subsistence reasons, I left this country. India was not the same. Today, you carry your Indian passport, today you are highly respected. That's what we built in. 70 years of vast transformation, huge transformation to see India is a country second to none. And you should be proud of being an Indian. You should be proud of your heritage. You should be proud of your civilization. You are proud of your culture. We are a melting pot. We are diversity and oneness together. Our spiritual values are second to none. Education is what you have learned. Meditation and spirituality is what India has transcended borders. That's our great strength. Education gives you civilization. Meditation gives you realization. Education gives you gold medal today. Golden moments are given by meditation. Education gives you outward looking capacity. Inward looking capacity is given by your meditation. That's spirituality. You understand who you are, who I am, by education. Who am I is taught to you by our spiritual values. That's today, multi-billion dollar business today. Yoga has transcended borders. 167 countries out of 192 countries in the United Nations have endorsed This is a science for holistic culture. That's what your institution is also teaching today. I'm proud of what this institution is doing for humanity and human prosperity. So let's understand you have a proud heritage, and that's what you should be proud of. While financial economies are running under pressure, the real economies are redefining the scope and performance. Today morning, when I landed at 4 o'clock, I was concluding an article. We are in the meltdown for the next financial crisis. We are technically under recession, and it's not far. In the midst, India is a shining star. A huge opportunity for Indians transcending borders. Everywhere in the world, whichever be the country they are engaged in, whichever be the profession they are engaged in, whichever be the engagement they are in, they are hardworking, committed, honest, and meritocracy is what they advocate. And that's the huge culture we brought in. Our educational system is second to none. After me qualifying in this state, University of Madras, I qualified rest. My chartered accountancy came from in this country. The rest are all, the very foundation has been well built in. So let's understand, you are in a changing world, and you drive the world, and you change the destiny by your own deeds. Destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a choice. And you decide your destiny. The biggest discovery of the century is you can alter your life by altering your attitude. Like Andrew Carnegie has said, when you judge a person, judging a person you recognize is like digging gold. When you want to dig 1 ounce of gold, you eliminate tons of thousands of tons, you eliminate dust. When you look at gold, you don't look at the dust. You look at the positivity of every single personality. And that's what a good attitude is all about. Like smelling the success, as Socrates says, you should feel it like underwater when you turn blue, when you are gasping for air, desperately when you aim for success, you will get it. You decide your destiny. But you need to have discipline. And that's what good institution like this can give you the biggest boost. Either you have a discipline or you pay the price for it. There's no choice. Your thoughts becomes action, action becomes habit, habit becomes your character, character becomes your destiny. There's no illusion about it. As Mr. Abdul Kalam has mentioned, when you have righteousness in your heart, there's beauty in your character. When there is beauty in your character, there is harmony in your home. When there is harmony in your home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. It is all about how we inculcate the right kind of discipline, right kind of thoughts, how you nurture these thoughts. Again, the thoughts have to be stemmed up with long-term vision. The vision and values are integral part of it. I wouldn't say garbage in, garbage out, good in, good out. That's the karma theory again. That's our own source of inspiration for the world at large. Like Vivekananda said, we never come, we never go. Where we are, where we are. And everyone is pure. As long as you realize your ignorance, you keep moving. You keep fulfilling your obligations. Desire, ignorance, and inequality are changing the world. And you have to understand your diversity and oneness is together with you to prosper and promote a culture which is prosper. You learn, continuously learn. That's what keeps us going. Our ability to articulate solutions, success is not a one-man choice. Success does not mean absence of failure either. When you have a vision to have a long-term goal, short-term you fail, doesn't matter. You keep building. The failures are a stepping stone. There's nobody more determined than Abraham Lincoln. He had lifelong failures, still he was elected as a president of the United States at the age of 52. Look at his history. So it is not that you need to have success every time. But success you can develop by integrating your heart and mind, reconciling. As long as the world exists, evil and good exists. It's your ability to differentiate between the good and bad is your strength. If you are able to analyze it and keep fulfilling your obligations, you will have your prosperity and you will create a society. I cannot enrich myself unless I enrich the society. I cannot help myself unless I help the society. I cannot build a mountain on the sand. I need to understand it's a society is inclusive. That's why it's important. Inclusiveness in every walk of life is vital to see through. But you have to integrate your heart and mind time and again. You have to have harmony within yourself by having ethical and moral governance. You as an institution, you are the universe. You decide your destiny, as I said. That is the spear. But at the same time, you have to develop yourself with multiple skills as you go along. What enabled me, the characterization in terms of the global economic commentaries around the world over the last 30, 35 years, is the education I have learned here and the histrionics I have learned. Tamil ரசிக்கிறீங்களா? ஒரு தமிழ் சொல்லட்டுமா? நல்ல ஒரு தமிழ் தொகையரா சொல்கிறேன் பாருங்க. ராஜராஜ சோழனுடைய இந்த ஸ்கில் இங்கே கிடச்சிது எனக்கு, இந்த ஊரில் கிடச்ச கற்றுக்கிட்ட பாடங்கள். அன்னைக்கு ரமேஷ் பார்த்தார். அன்னைக்கு சில சினிமா காட்சிகளை அவருக்கு நடித்து காமிச்சேன். அந்த ஒரு ஆயிரக்கணக்கான மாணவர்கள் இருந்தபோது அதில் ஒரு சில கோடுகள் மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு காமிக்கிறேன். ராஜராஜ சோழனில் உள்ள அருமையான ஒரு கவிதை. தென்றலோடு உடன் பிறந்தாள் செந்தமிழ் பெண்ணாள், அவள் தென்மதுரை கோவிலிலே சங்கம் வளர்த்தாள், தஞ்சையிலே குடிபுகுந்து மங்களம் தந்தாள், தரணியெல்லாம் புகழ் பிறப்பும் தாயென வந்தாள், தமிழ் தாயென வந்தாள். மணிமுடியில் தொல்காப்பியம் வீற்றிருக்கும், திருவடியில் சிலம்போசை பாட்டு செய்க்கும், அணி முத்து மாலை 8 தொகையாகும், அவன் ஆட்சி செய்யும் செங்கோலே குரலாகும், திருக்குறளாகும். புலவரெல்லாம் படைத்து வைத்த இலக்கியங்கள், பொன்மேனி அலங்கார சீதனங்கள், கலை மங்கை இதழ் சிந்தும் புன்னகைக்கே, புன்னகையும் போது சிரிக்கணும், புன்னகைக்கே விலையேது தலை தாழ்த்தி வணங்கிடுவோம். இது மாதிரி ஒரு அருமையான தமிழ் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்காது. இது மட்டும் இல்லை, இங்கே நான் இங்கே வந்து சிறு வயதில் என்னுடைய வறுமை கோட்டிற்கு கீழே பிறந்த குடும்பத்திலே பிறந்தனா. எங்கள் அப்பா வந்து ஆசிரியர் தொழில் போய் கஷ்டப்பட்ட நிலைமையில் வாழ்க்கையில் முன்னேறணுங்கும்போது ஆல் இண்டியா ரேடியோலையும் டெலிவிஷன்லேயும் நடித்து, அதுக்கப்புறம் நடிக்கவில்லை எங்கள் அப்பான்னு வச்சுங்க. படித்தேன், பட்டய கணக்கர் படித்தேன், அப்புறம் வெளிநாட்டுக்கு போயிட்டேன்னு வச்சுங்க. அப்போ நான் கற்றுக்கிட்ட நாடக கலை எனக்கு இன்னும் துணையாக தான் இருக்குது. வீரமண்டிய கட்டபொம்மன் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? கிஸ்தி திரை வரி வட்டி, வானம் பொழிகிறது பூமி விளைகிறது, நான் ஏன் கொடுப்பது கிஸ்தி, என்னோடு வயலுக்கு வந்தாயா, ஏற்றம் இறைத்தாயா, நாட்டு நட்டாயா, களைபறித்தாயா, கனிவாழ் உழவர்களுக்கு கஞ்சிக்கலம் படைத்தாயா, அங்கு கொஞ்சி விளையாடும் என்குல பெண்களுக்கு மஞ்சள் அரைத்து கொடுத்தாயா, மாமானா மச்சானா, யாரை கேட்கிறாய் வழி, எதற்கு கேட்கிறாய் கிஸ்தி, போரடித்து நெற்குவிக்கும் வேலையாட்டு உழவர் கூட்டம் பரங்கி தலையின் உடல்களையும் போரடித்து தலைகளை நெற்கதிரலாக்கிவிடும் ஜாக்கிரதை. எவ்வளவு அருமையான வசனம். இன்னும் போருமா? இன்னொரு வசனம் பேசட்டுமா? சரி. திருவிளையாடல் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? திருவிளையாடல் படம் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? எத்தனை பேர் பார்த்துருக்கீங்க? கை தூக்குங்க பாப்போம். வெரி குட். நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துருக்கீங்க, மெஜாரிட்டி பார்த்துருக்கீங்க. அதில் வந்து நக்கீரன், செண்பக பாண்டியன், சிவபெருமான், அவங்க 3 பேரும் ஒரு சந்திக்கிற காட்சி. செண்பக பாண்டியனுக்கு பெண்களுடைய கூந்தலில் இயற்கை மனம் உண்டா அல்லது வந்து வாசனா திரவியத்தை பூசிக்கிறதுனால அவங்களுக்கு ஏற்பட்ட செயற்கை மனமாங்கிறது தான் அவருடைய சந்தேகம். அவர் யார் இந்த சந்தேகத்தை தீர்க்கிறாரோ அவருக்கு வந்து 1000 பொற்காசுன்னு கொடுத்து சொல்லிடுறார். ஏழை புலவன் தர்மி அதை வந்து எழுதுறதுக்கிட்ட கோயிலில் உட்காந்துருக்கும் போது சிவபெருமான் வந்து ஒரு புலவராக வந்து அவர்கிட்ட ஒரு சுவடியை கொடுக்கும்போது அந்த வாங்கி கொண்டு போய் அவருக்கு அங்கே போய் கொடுக்குறாரு. அங்கே வந்து நக்கீரன் தலைமை புலவர், உங்கள் பாட்டில் குத்தம் இருக்குன்ட்டார். அதனால் தர்மி வந்து வேதனையில் வந்து சிவபெருமான்கிட்ட சொல்ல சிவபெருமானுக்கு ஆவேசம் வந்துருச்சு. அதான் காட்சி. இதில் உள்ள நீங்கள் வசனத்தை வந்து 2-3 மாற்றி குரலில் பேசுகிறேன் பாருங்க. இப்போ இது திறமையை நீங்கள் கற்றுக்கணும் இந்த வயசில். அதுக்கு சொல்ல வரேன் உங்களுக்கு. நான் இப்புலவன் கொண்டு வந்து பாட்டிலே குற்றம் கூறியவன் எவனிவன், அவன் இவன் என்று ஏகவசனம் வேண்டாம், அவையக்கடக்குடன் கேட்டால் தக்க பதில் கொடுக்கணும். அப்படி என்றால் மன்னரை விட மற்றவர்களுக்கு இங்கு அதிகாரம். இது அரசவை என்று தமிழ் திருச்சபை சகலருக்கும் சம உரிமை உண்டு. அதனால் தான் தருவி கொண்டு வந்த பாட்டிலே குற்றம் கண்டீரா? என்ன குற்றம் கண்டீர்? பழுதுள்ள பாட்டா இருந்ததால் நக்கீரர், பழுதுள்ள பாட்டா இருந்ததால் பரிசுக்கு அருகதை இல்லை என்று எடுத்து கூறியவன் நான் தான். யார் இந்த கிழவன்? தமிழ்ச்சங்கத்தின் தலைமை காவலர் நக்கீரன். நக்கீரனா? தமிழ்ச்சங்கத்தில் தலைமை காவல் ஆணவத்தினால் தான் என் பாட்டிலே குற்றம் கண்டீரா? என்ன குற்றம் கண்டீர்? முதற்கண் பாட்டை எழுதியது யார்? யாம் இயற்றினோம். எழுதிய தாங்கள் வராமல் புலவர் தருவியிடம் கொடுத்து அனுப்ப வேண்டிய காரணம் அது நடந்து முடிந்த கதை தொடங்கிய பிரச்சனைக்கு வாரும்.
புலவருக்கு முதலில் பொய்யுரை தேவையில்லை, அதைத்தான் தாங்கள் புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். புரிந்தது புரியாதது, தெரிந்தது தெரியாது, அறிந்தது அறியாது, இவை அனைத்தும் யாம் அறிவோம். அவை பற்றி உங்களுடைய அறிவுரை தேவையில்லை. எல்லாம் உமக்கு தெரியும் என்றால் நீர் எழுதிய பாட்டிலே குற்றமில்லை என்று அர்த்தமாதை பற்றி யாம் குற்றம் கூறக்கூடாதா? கீரன் குற்றம் கூறுகிறாராம், கூறும் கூறும் கூறிப்பாரும்.
போருமா இல்லை கண்டிப்பாக பண்ணட்டுமா? கண்டிப்பாக பண்ணட்டுமா? For want of time, I have to close it. So I can continue. The principal is looking at a watch and you have to get the honorable certificates. So that's more important. So what I'm trying to articulate is skill development this is the age where you have to recognize whatever you learn at this age is going to be a very strong foundation. Don't give up. Lifelong education. That's what you need to understand. That's what you need to articulate. Extraordinary opportunity lies as long as you believe, whether it is corporate management or family management. It's a team play. Everything is team leadership. No individual achieves anything. It's a team leadership which drives the change. And that's what we need to understand. And commitment to society. Commitment to society is vital. I was telling the madam has done such a strong homework on me. She has even seen my biopic. There was a film made on my life, what I spoke in Washington as a signature speech where I didn't speak economics or banking or finance. I said in the graduation ceremony, it was in 2012, after Senior Bush was honored in 2011, I told in my personal story. And it was made into a Malayalam book released by the Chief Minister of Kerala, Umman Chandi then, and the Indian Overseas Minister, Vailar Ravi. It was made into a film by Pyramid Natarajan. It's called The Truth, where I said most of the personal side of it that I'm not going to elucidate today. It's important that you understand commitment to society. I was struggling for basic. When my parents were in such a distressed situations, I was in a hostel. I had to run 10 kilometers in the last exams because I missed the bus. By running 10 kilometers without having a watch, I was confused, but I was determined to reach the examination. I was living in a place called Therarandur, Mayavaram, Mailadurai, Kambar பிறந்த ஊர் தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? Therarandur. அந்த ஊர்லேருந்து மாயவரம் வரைக்கும் மயிலாடுதுறைன்னு சொல்கிறாங்களே இப்போ, அது வரைக்கும் ஓடி பரீட்சை எழுதி அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு இலவச அதில் நிறைய மார்க் வாங்கினதுனால கருணை காட்டி என் மேலே இலவச விடுதியில் படிக்க வச்சாங்க. அதுக்கு நான் பிரயோஜனமாக எந்த ஸ்கூலில் படித்தேனோ அந்த ஸ்கூலுக்கே கட்டி கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு வாய்ப்பு எனக்கு கிடச்சிது. ஏன்னு சொல்கிறேன்னா, everything is possible as long as you are socially conscious. It is very vital for us to see through that your consciousness operates time and again. But you are the power today. Gender equality is not an option. We have to progressively believe India can transcend borders. India will be in its own wisdom. We have to eliminate extreme poverty in the world, here as well. We have to give food security to one and all. Every Indian should get the basics. Housing for all, education for all, health care for all. Lokas samastha sukhino bhavantu. இல்லையா? எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கணும். அப்போ தான் நம்ம நல்லா இருக்க முடியும். அந்த எண்ணங்கள் வேணும் நமக்கு. Elimination of extreme poverty is not one-time affair. You have to constantly working. The service to humanity, I took a mission, having hails from Tanjore district, I have பச்சை பசேர்னு பசுமையை பார்த்ததுனால எனக்கு green banking ஒரு concept. That is one of my PhD. Rising sea level, increasing temperature, animal extinction. Carbon neutral society we need to create. With the digital access we can. 5% increase in digital access can reduce carbon emission immensely. That's what I work on, even in the banking, lending or investments, water management, waste management, small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. In ensuring we support the recycle or reducer again, we have to create a carbon neutral society. Trading has to be factored in the carbon trade. So essentially, all these are social missions which I have injected in my thought leadership as a principle-centered policy framework. So what more important is, just to conclude by recalling Mahatma Gandhi. where wealth without work is a sin. Knowledge without character is a sin. Pleasure without consciousness is a sin. Politics without principle is a sin. Religion without sacrifice, no purpose. Science without humanity, commerce without morality. So what we need to articulate is purposeful life. Ensuring, start with what is necessary, then do the possibles, then suddenly you will realize impossible. Sky is the limit for you to perform. You are the changing agent for you to be prosperous. Women's participation in the governance is happening already in the world. We have seen the reflection around the world. India's GDP will grow by over 700 billion, 27% to 28% we can grow in terms of GDP if we have equal opportunities for women in every single sector. It is coming. Around the world, the legislation passed. America has dictated in clear terms as a part of governance, women participation in the boardroom is important. Norway has declared as a mandated policy, as a commercial enterprise, you should have 50%. European systems, legislators have framed up women participation in the governance is important. India is also changing for good. And that's where women, you have to participate and you can transform the world. Together, we will add purposeful, meaningful world. We will eliminate extreme poverty. We will bring in gender equality. We will ensure environment sustainability comes in. I wish you all the very best. May God bless you. Very many education testaments as well as supportive systems. All the very best. May God bless.